His first employment.
Yep.
We're gonna go right over here to the free press and get you all registered and signed up and pick up your first day's papers. How's it feel?
Good.
The Crazy Picker Life with Wheeler, Dealer, and Banana Peeler. Good morning, fellow pickers and would-be adventurers. Dealer with the Crazy Picker Life. This is the Wednesday edition. Entrepreneurship is alive in America, at least for another day, right? Okay, well, every week has one day for me that is my pinch point day. And probably most of you know what that means, pinch point day. It means when everything lines up, there's too many appointments, there's too many things to do, there's too much going on, and you can't possibly get it all done. And for me, that day is today, Wednesday. I've got way too much lining up today. I knew it coming in. I did most everything I could, including get a reasonably good night's sleep. So I'm ready to go. I've got part of my crew helping me this morning. Benjamin and Elizabeth are with me. We're in the Jeep, and our first stop is the post office. And I don't know if we're gonna get back there later today, but I packed like mad and got most of the orders that I had to get out to the post office today done. And now we're gonna go drop them off. Okay, we got, I don't know, 15 or so going out, and I've got some good helpers, thank goodness, because I can't carry it all. All right, guys, let's get it in there. Okay, we got a game of rock, paper, scissors going on back here. Different variations of it, I guess. So we got the packages delivered. Just a little outline of my day without going into huge details. Why today is a pinch point. Hey guys. So, well, I left my orders from yesterday, and I had a bunch of them, and a bunch more came in. I must have 20 orders, which is always good. And it's funny because when you're so busy, when your business has momentum, I appreciate every order, but sometimes they stress me out a little bit because I just have too many. I can't get them done. I try to promise next day service out the door or same day service and a lot of items out the door. Trying to quiet my kids down a little bit. So, you know, you always got to get orders out the door. So I left about 5 or 6 for this afternoon, UPS and such. I might get a couple of those out today. Some of those are just gonna have to slide till tomorrow. But this morning I had to get, I don't know, I think I got 13 or 14, 15, somewhere in there, orders done. And that feels good. Now I also had to get school started and make sure everybody was on the right path to get their schoolwork done today. We're heading out of town about 40 minutes to pick up what we call our co-op order, and it's case lots of good food, organics and otherwise, that we can't necessarily get locally at our grocery store or at Walmart. Now, many of you understand that there's all kinds of choices of food out there, and it's a survival of the fittest. Our country is super sick, and if you're not taking care of your health with the food you eat, you've got to do some research. We've been, when I was a young kid, we started in eating all the crappy food out there, and I had so many allergies and was so sick, and the rest of my family was so sensitive and so sick. Over a 20-year period, our family sort of figured that out and actually made a business of health foods and wellness and all that kind of stuff. And really what it comes down to is eating foods the way God intended them to be, not the way man tries to fit them into profit and fit them into production and fit them into industrialization. Of course, we process the heck out of foods. Of course, we add all kinds of artificial things that are cheaper. Of course, there's profits involved and shipping involved and sitting on shelves, on and on and on, right? Not going to get all into that. So there's cleaner food and there's less clean food and there's fast food and all that. We try to eat as good as we can, and so we go out of our way to get good foods. We get them from all over the place. Out here, the choices are here. You just have to be creative. So a group of people get together out here, and a big semi-truck comes in, and they ship in case lots of organic and more quality foods. We drive out once every 8 weeks, and we pick out a whole bunch. That's where we're going. So we've got to do that today. Just lined up like that. Then I've got to finish some school, obviously. I've got to do a little more packing if I can. And then Banana Peeler and Benjamin, his partner, are starting their new business venture today. Their paper route starts today. So we've got to pick them up and fill out some paperwork for that, get their government things registered so they can get paychecks, and of course teach them how to fold a paper, how to put them in the bag, get them out the door, get them delivering. So they walked the route the other day and they know basically where to go. That helps a lot. It's still sunlight after 4:30. We hit the time change this weekend. That's gonna make it dark for the paper route, more or less. So they at least get a couple of days of being on the route when it's still light. Then we got to try to fit in supper. Well, actually, some of them are gonna fit in supper. Wheeler, myself, and Banana Peeler have to go off to entrepreneurial class today. So that's a 2+ hour class. I think I'm the only one that's got my homework fully done. So that's not so good. Boys are gonna learn how much fun it is to not have your homework done and have the teacher in the class jeer at you. Fortunately and unfortunately, it's pretty low-key at this class. However, I'm not 100% thrilled that they didn't put a little more effort into the class that I'm paying for. But hey, that's the real world. That's part of learning. So all I can do there is set a good example for them, and they'll see how I handle all that, and hopefully that rubs off. There also will be some other people in the class that have excuses, but you know, that's the thing that separates successful entrepreneurs from entrepreneurs that either putter along and wonder why they're not successful or never completely reach their potential, and entrepreneurs that fail. You've got to do what you say you're going to do. You've got to complete your assignments. You actually have to complete them well if you want to prosper, right? We got a lot of harvest going on yet today. The weather has been wonderful, and I don't know what difference that makes, but a lot more trucks on the road. So we're going to the entrepreneurial class, and then after that, gotta get back to work and get my 10 listed, and the process basically starts all over again with orders and working on the vlog and getting the 10 listed and getting school done and getting the quarter paperwork in. And so I just, I keep hammering on it. I keep moving ahead, and it's like 2 steps forward and 1 step back. So if you ever have pinch point days, hey, I understand. The best thing you can do is try not to be stressed. Keep plugging forward. Cut a few corners when you can, the corners that make sense, and then just go through your day with a decent attitude. You'll get through it, right? So the good news today is they fixed our road up here, and I don't have to go 15 miles out of the way. I believe it's just a straight straight shot. So hopefully the truck's there, we can get loaded up and get our butt back to Colby. You guys ready to help me unload the semi?
Yep.
Awesome, lots of fun. So this road that we're driving on here was redone this whole summer, and everybody that traveled north to south on 83 here had to find an alternative route, which is pretty hard out here because it's all gravel roads other than the main highways. And it's really nice now that they have it done. The other thing out here, without any farming going on, everything's done for the year. My goodness, it is just like a barren wasteland with a few stubby farms out here. It's pretty amazing. It's a nice golden bright day, and really like it. You can see a long ways out here. It's almost like being out on the ocean or something. Comes a big truck coming right at me. Okay, we're here. You can see out my back window. Oh, I'm looking out my back window. You can see the semi back there. All the people are here. We gotta get in there and get our stuff sorted, and it's kind of frantic, and get it loaded up and get out of here because there's frozen and refrigerated. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do it. Okay. Whoa, who do we got here? Let's see. You guys are my kids, right?
We win.
So a little time for physical education. We got to fit that in here too. So we're gonna go run a couple miles at Stinky Park. Woo! There he is.
Yep.
His first employment.
Yep.
We're gonna go right over here to the free press and get you all registered and signed up and pick up your first day's papers. How's it feel?
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I actually didn't feel that great this morning for some reason.
I guess you've been working for me for a while.
Yeah. So
Not quite the same.
Yeah.
Out of the family job adventure. Yeah. Okay, let's get her going. Oh wow, I'm hearing all the stories of the first day on the paper route. Wheeler here went with the boys to keep them in line, I guess, help them out. So how'd it go, Jacob?
Great.
AKA BP.
Yeah. Well, we fought this one kid. We got acknowledged a couple times, like, "Whoa, you're the new paper boy, dude, bruh."
Well, I
did. And then, you know, oh yeah, he did. He's the cool guy. He's the paper satchel.
So we're at the Thomas County complex here. This is where we're doing our entrepreneurial class. Here we go. Time to eat. Back from class. Well, 8:47. Class is supposed to be over at 8. By the time we get out of there, take banana peeler home and get down here. Oh my goodness, 8:47? It's kind of late to start listing, wouldn't you say? Well, that's what you got to do though. So class was pretty good. Got to talk about this show a little bit. I've got a new assignment. I'm gonna have to spill my guts on that in a couple of days once I look it over and make sure I know what's going on. This class is sort of forcing me to develop this idea. Whether I'm ready for it or not, I guess I'm developing it. But anyway, good class, good subject. We had a local entrepreneur come in and talk today that has 3 separate locations, 200 miles apart. I found that pretty interesting. And you know, the rest of the class is good too. There's a lot of good points brought up, and pretty good facilitator. Everything's good. It's just a lot. Today is my pinch day, right? A lot packed in. I feel like I should be packing it in. But let's list. Item number 1, right? You got your listing done today? If not, get started. Item number 1, Pass Blue Ribbon flag. This is a double-sided flag. It is some sort of nylon. It is nice condition. It is a reasonably nice flag. Grommets in the corners. Pass Blue Ribbon is hot right now as far as a macro beer. I can't decide if I'm going to list it for $39.99 plus shipping and move it right out, or $49.99 shipping and wait for the right buyer. So I'll have to decide that in the next few minutes because I'm pretty much ready to list it. Anyway, it'll be one of those two numbers, and I think it'll sell pretty quick. There's none out there right now. Listing number 1. Number 2. Oh yes, if you've got your Pabst Blue Ribbon flag, you need your Pabst Blue Ribbon 30. Whoa, let me help you here. 30 can soft cooler bag. Right? So by the way, I bought the flag for $5 at the flea market. I bought this bag for $5 at the flea market. I answered my own question on the flag. There's none listed. So that's $50 plus shipping. There's other ones listed, but the funny thing is they're all 24 pack. This is 30. So most of them selling are around $20, $25 max. There's no new old stock ones, which I guess is good, or at least I didn't look close enough to decide that. This is a 30 pack. It's new old stock or new in package. $29.99 plus shipping. Item number 2. Okay, Stalin's Heavy Tanks, 1941 and 1945 Military Book Club. This is in with my model stuff, Armor at War series. It's in acceptable shape. It's not in great shape. In brand new spanking shape. It's listed on Amazon for $120. Used all the way down, goes down to $22. This one's got a little water damage. Doesn't smell bad, but it's got a little water damage. I'm moving it out. I'm listing it up $13.99 plus $3.99 shipping. Number 3 listed. Wow, I must have been asleep when I looked at some of this stuff, because now I'm finding some other ones to look up. I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I missed a couple binders I looked through, something, but I found a few more. So this is Jet Fighters of the U.S. Navy Part 1 Early Designs, put out by Revel and Navy Jet Fighters. It's in great shape, has a barcode, looked it up. $17.99 plus shipping on Amazon. I'll be the lowest priced one if somebody wants it. Number 4 listed. Number 5, Building Model Cars, the Best of Scale Auto Enthusiast Magazine, Volume 2, 79 to 1984. This one's in pretty good shape too. $18 plus shipping on Amazon. So I think what happened is I took a couple binders and I threw them up on my area over there, and I never looked through them, and the rest of the stuff went back in here because it wasn't that great, and I was going to sort from here to there, and I never ended up going back through those binders. I'm going to start sorting through here and piling up like stuff and see if I can get some lots, or if I just have to sell all the stuff remaining as one lot. The good part about it is there seem to be several categories, like RC modeler, tanks and military, and airplanes. So that's probably going to be the 3 categories. Who knows though, I might find some more stuff here to sell individually. I'll do that all day long at $10 or more a pop. Number 6, a lot of these profile aircraft, profile publications. I'm trying to group like things. These don't go for a lot. I'm going to put them as $10.99 plus shipping for 8 of them. Listing number 6. Okay, I think this is number 7. I'll have to check for sure. There's a gap between 6 and 7. I did some other things like print invoices and such. So here is military model, military in scale, Panzer IV, modeling tanks, Panther variants, Puma, AFV modeler, you name it. Mainly military, mainly tanks. I'll have to count the number of pieces. $29.99 plus shipping is where we will start. Number 7. So the good news about all this books and magazines and whatever here, this modeling material, I paid $20 for the whole tote. I can't remember what I pulled out of here, but last week, the week before, I pulled like 3 or 4 or 5 books out of there. There was a couple $40, $50 ones in there. And then there's a bunch of $20 ones. And then there's some lots here. So $20 should prove to be 200 or more when it's all said and done. Here's another one, number 8. Aircraft modeler, fine scale modeler, flying models, aircraft, a few books, a few manuals, whatever. $49.99 plus shipping. That's listing number 8. Scrambling for 2 more listings. Scramble, dealer, scramble. This is a Tascam thing. I was hoping this was going to be good. The problem is I don't have the adapter. We looked around for a while and found one that was close and it wouldn't turn on. And we've got other adapters. It's just really hard to find the right one. So I'm not going to do it. I'm going to sell it for parts or repair. It's untested. Sometimes that's unfortunate. Typically I will attempt to buy things that are closer to new in package, closer to complete. It's just a lot easier. I know there's a lot of people who buy bits and pieces for very little money and make good money on them, figure out how to test them, all that kind of stuff. I'm more of a lazy person. So anyway, we didn't pay much for this. $5, I guess. It came in the lot with all those lenses for like 120, 130 bucks. And all told, you know, there's going to be hundreds, thousands of dollars coming out of there over the next year. I don't feel too bad. $20 plus shipping, parts, untested, repair, Tascam. That's number 9. Over here, my guinea hens are feeling lonely. They're backed up by 12-inch turkey targets. By the way, that is a 10-sheet pack worth virtually nothing, although those are sticky back, adhesive back turkey heads. I'm going to find something fun to do with those. And also my broken down, broken up guinea hen, turkey, chicken, turkins, whatever these are. So I wiped this down. It's still a little damp. There's some other garbage in the corner that I'm going to get mad at and chuck out of there. But anyway, I'm going to bring all the trains up. I got a bunch of trains I'm going to work on for the next couple of days, and I need one item out of there to finish up my 10. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to find some more items. I think I have a secret dealer back stock of some things. I'm just going to have to rip some stuff apart and pull some stuff out of there. I've got some vintage skis and ski boots and some other weird stuff that's stacked in the corner too that I don't want to list because I don't want to pack it. In fact, I need to just, you know, look the other way and throw it out. Whatever it takes to get my 10 a day, it's going to get ugly. I'm sorry. I pledged 10 a day. I haven't been able to pick enough stuff. 10 a day is a lot when you're selective. Most of my stuff, if you look back over the last 20 days of listing or whatever we're at, it's pretty good stuff. You know what I mean? Now I could go list my Schlitz signs. Do I have to? I'm not listing the big one over there, by the way. I'm just not going to get rid of that one. I paid up on that, and it's just a nice piece. These other ones, I like them a lot too. Do I have to list them? I'm going to look at other stuff first. That's the deal. Okay, so I got a couple of controllers of some sort that I'm going to look up tomorrow. And then just a whole bunch of miscellaneous railroad stuff. Some looks a little bit more interesting than others. Some looks like repair and bits and pieces. I don't know. And then I've got some tubes to look through. Some radio tubes, TV tubes, whatever. And then I pulled a couple of other things out that were just hanging around back there from camera bags and whatever. Here's a vintage VW key fob, key ring, keychain. Made in Hong Kong. It's actually got the barcode on it. It's not too old. I mean, it's, you know, could be 5 years old, 10 years old, 20 years old. I don't know when barcodes came in. There are some listed and some selling for quite a bit. This one is probably not one of those, but I am fishing for dollars. I'll list it for $20 plus shipping. That is number 10 listed today. And not huge numbers today. Just trying to get some things listed. I saved some bits and pieces. 261 and 10. Let's go get that recorded. Certainly not my best day in a while. Whoa, I'm supposed to be on autofocus. Where am I? There I am. Super. 261 and 10. Oh. 10. 261. I have to count on Wheeler tonight, as many days and nights. Look at that number, 48,949. I think we're gonna make it as long as we hit 1,000 today. Let's get our thing marked off. Let's see, marker. All right. Today was a pinch point day, as I mentioned. I am a little bit beat. I ate too much what do they have? Meatloaf, but they just had all kinds of sides and good stuff. Rolls and desserts. I ate too much at the entrepreneurial dinner thing, so I'm kind of like, oh, is it time for a nap? No, not really. It's time for nighttime. Okay, whatever, you know. So let's talk to Wheeler and see how he's doing. I scared him into listing watches.
Well, I wanted to stay in my office and I didn't want to go into the back room to grab items to make some money.
So I see you listed this Cudahy watch for $200.
$200.
Why do you think that's going to be $200? It's
well,
good.
First of all, it's a well-known brand, and some of their watches alone in that style are going for about $200 working.
That one's not working.
Not working, but it's in nice shape, like crazy good shape.
Okay, you're not just bumping the numbers.
Nope, definitely not.
Now it's an advertising watch.
Mm-hmm.
Cudahy,
employee watch, probably.
Employee watch, like when you retire.
Yep.
That's what they used to do.
Yep.
Used to give you a gold watch when you retired, especially if you were a mid-level or higher.
Yep. And if you ordered enough from the company, they'd offer to engrave your name on there in a lot of cases. I've seen that on modern watches even.
What about if you retired? Did they engrave your name?
Yeah, they do actually. Often we have a Hamilton women's watch that has a name engraved on it.
So do people, do people collect those at all?
Yeah, definitely.
Do we have to look for somebody that likes Cudahy and is named Bob?
No, it doesn't have a name on it.
Oh, okay.
That one doesn't.
All right. So are we going to make our number?
We're going to make our number. I need to get this one Bulva listed. This is one of the first men's watches ever made. Fortunately not running. It looks like it had some water exposure at one point. It's not bad. Like you can't even notice from looking at it, but when you look at it really close, it has minor rust on the inside.
$900?
No, but pretty easy 100 or something. I haven't looked it up fully yet.
Okay, I'm
That's a rare one.
I'm at 261, mister.
I'm at 680 right now, I think.
With
About
just
that one.
with just those three items?
680, yep. No, it's this one up here and then the manual in there.
Oh, okay.
So 5.
All right.
Yep, they're good ones. I picked out some good ones.
Yeah, I guess we had a rough.
I wanted to make it this one.
Guess we had a rough day.
Shows you the flea market. Apparently, the funny thing is, these are from Russia in the 1970s. They were copying Orient watches, which the funny thing is, Orient is not high end of a brand like everyone right there. Their line tops out at about $1,000. So,
$1,000.
generally speaking, it's not that high end of a brand. But anyway, Orient X is apparently a generic copy of them from Russia in the 70s, which is exactly what I thought when I bought it. But it was worth buying just to know that. Bought it at the flea market.
Random facts from Wheeler.
Yep. Put it on my shelf there. I'm not selling for a lot, and that one doesn't work.
How was class today?
Pretty good. If that one worked, I'd probably list it 25 or something, but it doesn't.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna let you go. So tomorrow's gonna be the same thing. I'm gonna need you to list to hit our 1,000. I mean, I'm tapped out.
Yep.
I mean, I'm doing stuff tomorrow, but it's all gonna be like 20 and 50 and goober stuff. No more $1,600 days from dealer for a while.
Yeah, well, I'll try to go 1/3 manuals, 1/3 lenses, and 1/3 watches then to make it work. Trying to list just stuff in my office. I have a couple little TV lenses here that'll go up for 300 something total.
Yeah.
So a couple more of those, not a lot.
Okay.
Three little goober ones that don't go for crazy amounts.
Well, you can't spend all day on them then.
Nope.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
I'm kind of crabby. I better not sit with you.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm pretty hyper right now.
Well, I know. I need you to
tell I'm typing. No, I'm not typing them.
Typing.
I'm hyping. Hyper.
Already listed 10 items.
Yeah.
Come, you'd only have 5.
I don't know.
4.
Yeah, when I'm slow.
So you're slow for once?
Well, watches are slow.
Hmm.
Unless I'm really concentrating, I can get one done in like 14 minutes. But compared to camera listings, it's a lot slower. Just because I fill in all the item specifics and there's like...
Can't tell you're not concentrated. You're over here playing with your watches.
Oh, I was grabbing one here. I don't have...
Oh, you're watchless.
Well, it's because I was trying this Boulevard.
I see.
I don't have a display for that, so I just put it on my wrist.
I see. I see a lot of our watches for the business on your wrist.
I think like one so far.
I knew you would deny it.
I don't wear a lot. They don't fit me. I have to take them off the straps. I have to adjust them like I did with
So funny, man. I see him wearing my watches. Yeah. They're my watches, but they're the businesses. But the business is really mine. I see him wearing my watches all the time. It's so funny. Whatever, right? You gotta love them. Okay, well, 4 days of listing left, 40 items. I don't see 40 items out here on in my train thing. The train thing is probably going to turn out like this. There's probably going to be, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 individual listings that are going to be worth listing individually, and then there's going to be like some lots, maybe another 6 or 8 or 10 lots. So there's like 20 items max there. I guess I've got some bulbs. I'm going to start looking through them individually, and if that starts to pan out, great, but I'm going to get frustrated with that, and pretty soon that's going to become 1 or 2 lots. That's not enough. I need to come up with some more. So I do probably have a Schlitz sign or 2 that I'm going to list on my high-end channel. That still puts me only at 20 to 25 listings. I've got some dealer stock in the back room I'm going to have to tap into and see what the heck is there, because I'm not sure what it is. It's just like random stuff that's jammed in totes, so we'll have to see what that is. Could get exciting, right? Okay, I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate all the comments. Some comments came in late for my homework, although I was able to use them tonight, so I appreciate that. I'm going to have some more questions coming up for my homework, and more 10s here, and we'll get to the end of this cycle and we'll see what the heck happens. I don't know which end is up. This is pretty much this month has been what I would call a stretching month, a good month. If this was summer, 10 a day would not be a problem. It's the school year and all the other stuff that I have going on that's just a little bit too much this month. No regrets. It's just a busy month. It really is a busy month. If I had to look back on the last 24 months, out of the 24, this is probably one of the 3 busiest months I've had. It feels like. That's just an estimate, so it's it's right up in the top 10% of busiest months. So it was a tough month for me to do this. Appreciate you watching. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the comments. I will be back. List often, pick well. Pick well, list often. List often, pick well. Pick well, list often. Dealer out.
Hey, Wheeler.
Dealer production.